Hello, today we'll be looking at measurements of growth and development. Let's start with growth. Growth is an irreversible increase in size, weight, and height. Growth is a permanent increase in size of organism brought about by cell division. An irreversible, an increase in height, size, and weight that cannot be changed. That's what growth means. Let's look at development. Development is the change in the features of an organism which brings about the manifestation of some characteristics of the organism. Growth and development occur together. Growth continues from birth until individual reaches maturity, when growth stops. There are two periods of rapid growth. The first period of rapid growth is from birth until about the age of 2 years. The other period of rapid growth occurs between the ages of 9 to about 16 years. Development and growth occur together, and the development, while growth is the irreversible increase in size, weight, and general body mass, development is the change in the feature of the organism. The change in the feature of the organism which brings about the manifestation of some characteristics of the organism. Then, development. There are two periods of rapid growth in an individual. The first one is from birth until the age of 2 years, while the second one is from the age of 9 to about 16 years. Development takes place when an organism or human being is ready to perform a particular function such as talking, crawling, walking, eating solid food, and reproducing. These have to do with the development of various systems in the body. Example, digestive system, skeletal system, muscular system, and reproductive system. Any human being that has grown to maturity and cannot perform any of these functions has not experienced development in such area. The period between the ages of 9 and 16, when reproductive systems grow to maturity and become developed, is called the puberty period. Maturity in growth and development sets in at the age of 21 years in man. The image on the screen is showing us the pattern of development in human. This first image here, the image by the left is showing a baby trying to crawl, a baby crawling. Now the baby has, in the second image, the baby has developed to the point that the baby is trying to stand. In the next image, the baby is standing and the baby is moving about. And as these stages of development, as the baby is undergoing these stages of development, the brain of the baby is also developing alongside the other features that is manifesting in the baby's development. Stages of growth and development. The first stage of development and growth we're considering is the infancy stage. The infancy stage is the period from birth to 18 months. That's a year and 6 months. It is the most rapid period of physical growth. Intellectual development is also rapid during this time. In the first 12 months, the average infant weighs triple and his size increases by about half. Preschool to 18 months or 18 months to 5 years. Middle childhood years 6 to 12 years. That's the first stage of development. At the first stage of development, which is the infancy stage, the baby develops rapidly within this period. And as the baby is developing rapidly, the body size, the brain of the baby is also developing rapidly at this stage. And this is the first stage of rapid growth. Then the middle stage, that's from 6 to 12 years, is also another stage of rapid growth in human being. Another stage of growth and development is the adolescent stage or the teenage stage. The adolescent or teenage stage is the age between 12 to 18 years. This is a stage in which an individual is neither a child or an adult. The individual grapples with some moral issues and attempts to discover his or her own identity. It is a time of learning independence. It's a time of emotional maturity and of coming to terms with adulthood. Mood changes also occur at this stage. It may be a trying time for a teenager. The next stage is the stage of adulthood. The adulthood begins when the body has grown to its full height and also undergoes the sexual changes that makes adolescents physically matured. It is the stage between 16 and 20. It occurs slightly earlier in females than in males who may still be growing in their early 20s. Let's look at characteristics or features of stages of development. Characteristics or features of stages of development. 1. Major physical growth changes occurs between birth to 5 years of age. By age 5 through 10, mental and physical developments are rapid and extreme between ages 5 and 10. Puberty and adolescence is the transition stage from childhood to adolescence, while adolescence covers the second half of the teenage period, up to the usually undefined point at which a person is seen to be an adult. Adulthood. During adulthood, there is room for learning and improving society-related skills such as independence, business acumen, and responsibilities. This begins when the body has grown to its full height and also undergoes the sexual changes that makes adolescents physically matured. It is the stage between 16 and 20. It happens earlier in females than in males. It occurs faster in females by the age of 20. The females have come to the age of adulthood. But for males, their own comes later. Their own is slower. That even when they are still in their 20s, they are still going to the stage of adulthood. These are the characteristics or the features of the stages of development in human. The first stage is the infancy stage, the physical stage, that's the age between 0 to 5 years of age. Then the next one is from 5 to 10 years, where the mental and physical developments are rapid and extreme. Then the next is the puberty or adolescent stage, and the last is the adulthood stage. This has brought us to the end of this session today on the measurement of growth and development. Let's look at the assessment section. What is growth? State two difference between growth and development. Drop your answer in the comment section. That will be all for today. See you in our next video.